The Origins of Life, Reflections of Love and Light, Part 8. I wanted to top up on this because I said it, described it as a sunset, whereas really it's a sunrise, isn't it? Because you've got the beginning there and it's travelled upwards. It's not set yet, you know what I mean? It's not on that kind of, it's not finished its path. So that's where the smile comes from. As it's like, you know, kind of coming into atmosphere and you can see it starts to travel a straight path. Hang on. Like that. It's more biased in the flat earth way of seeing how sun travels and stuff. As are time lapses. But yeah, now we've got some feathers. So same again, like everything that we've seen before, it's showing you exactly the same patterns, which is like linking towards water. So it's like, you know, it's feathered, it's a bird, so you know what I mean, it's not, it doesn't live in the water, you know what I mean, and stuff like. So every ripple of the wave has caught the sun. It's showing you ripples above the sun, and if it's like more distant, it's showing you, could you call them leaves of water? Over you can see like the focus area, and then how it's dispersed into the black spots. You know what I mean, and stuff like. And each black spot could be considered a leaf. You know what I mean? It's concavity. You know, when you look at plants and stuff, they seem to resemble one concavity or convexity of water. You know what I mean? If a tree is going to resemble like the ocean surface, so all the leaves are the water surface of the water. There are some plants around. I'll do a video and kind of show you that kind of example and stuff. So yeah. So now we're talking about the orca, the killer whale, and where does it get that white mark from? You know, so like on here, it looks just more obvious. You know what I mean? Like each feather is like a wave in a sense and stuff like that, and each one is representing its own individual photo, probably from different birds. But because otherwise it would all be symmetrical, wouldn't it? Or, you know, in fit together properly. It might be from the same bird. It might we just put them in wrong order. but yeah, you can see it. You know what I mean? It's either the moon or the sun. Like potentially the moon. You know. We've got some more examples of the moon. It's another one of those. The white underneath it is quite a thing as well, kind of thing. Because that's like, you know, like the shore, the sand underneath and stuff. And you know, the same as fish, basically. You got all your spots at back and stuff like. That's a good one. If the camera shows it properly. It's too bright, it's a shame. Oh yeah, I don't know. Obviously with waves, and you can see like the sunlight gleaming through it and stuff like. There's more blue originally and stuff like. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's like showing it properly on camera. You see, like there, that's better. Even though it's blurry, you can see like that. You can see like it's like photographs of the sun, of the sky and stuff like through water. All these, like your tiger stripes, obviously waves. All of them being waves and different examples of it, really. They're almost like a caterpillar or snake scales and stuff like that. Obviously, the leaves of water, like the concaves and convexities of it. And that middle part as well, how it joins into the spine. Peacock feather. The sun's setting. That's why it's distorted at the bottom. You could even look at it that way and just look at half of it. If the other side's just a reflection of other kind of thing. Or, you know, another photograph. And when you get the feather effects like this, it's almost like, you know, the suggestion that we're on an astral plane, which really we kind of are, really, because like every plane of existence is an astral plane. So it's like it's showing the colours in a sense. You can see it quite often on birds. I'm missing any. Close up one. See it more in definition. I see leopard, jaguar kind of patterns. Those that you see on fish, or lizards, frogs. I'll get from this angle there. See, it looks like northern lights. There's a photograph. Oh, blue and yellow and stuff. Another one of them. Loads of these. All like the sun. So you got like the sun there, light through thin water. I mean, it's like a layer of, you know, slightly deeper water, and then it's getting so dark you can't see, or so deep you can't see the light getting through anymore, you know, or very little. Which is a pattern you should see on them all, like the butterflies and the fish and etc. and stuff like. Yeah, double sun and lots of water speckles and stuff. Water patterns. Again, one of its like polychromatic colours and stuff like. I don't think you can see it very well, but you get the idea though, you know. Some other pictures kind of show it better like this one, I think. It's, you know, if you imagine you're seeing the sky through water, how it's refracting it all and all that kind of thing. It's kind of like that anyway. Seeing water, that's where the sun is, kind of thing. That could be like the horizon of the ocean, maybe. And that's the sky. This is in the ocean from that line, and that'll all be the surface. maybe, you know what I mean? As like, you know, you can see it as a photograph in that way. It looks like an art piece. A lot better than, much more interesting to me than like AI art and stuff like. It's like, you know, it's God's own handiwork, isn't it? Like the creatures and stuff. All that zebra pattern, which we keep seeing and stuff. You know what I mean? How waves flow and stuff like that. And you got black spots for the sun. Each photograph staying in different positions. Do you know, like when you look at the sun and you stay in your vision, and you look at it again, then you look at it again, and it's middle lights, loads of several spots in different places in your eyes and stuff like that. When you close your eyes, you've got like loads of sun stains kind of thing in your vision. And then you got the clouds with white and the blue sky. Blue sky, depth of water. I see waves. I'm going that way. Right, there's that one. Then there's a single feather, so you can see, you know, it flows and stuff. You got that line how it zips into it, kind of thing there. This is quite cool. I'll look at this one first. Oh, maybe I won't. You see, it's sunshine and water. This one's really good, but it's not showing you it properly. Is he there? Like sunlight through water. It looks like sunlight on the horizon as well. Same there, kind of thing. It's a shame. These are quite impressive, you know what I mean? They look really cool, kind of thing, like, but obviously the camera's not really showing it properly. For some of them. Some of them look alright. Tiger stripes there, kind of thing, like, but it's like the sunrise and the horizon and stuff like that, and the sun kind of creeping over, and then all reflection of water, which they're all like that. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them and stuff. See, that's got the same thing, but you can't see it right well on that one. I'm missing it. All astral-like colours. It's quite impressive. And then also like the flow of it, it's like water, you know. Or hair, you know what I mean, but another one of these. There's not much on it. It's got a little half moon shape. And pigeons, because they've got that astral kind of colour on them. You know, I mean, that purple to green and stuff. It's just a grey bird, normally, you know what I mean? But they've also got all that fancy colour in a sense. You know, if we were fully that colour, they'd look really exotic. So next we're going to look at water. How it flows, how it moves and stuff. See, it's flat, it's gutter, so normally, you know what I mean, if it were dipped or curved, then you'd have more of a natural shape, because, like, you know, say if it's coming up a cliff and water's gouged a hole, or, you know, a river, and then as it comes off the cliff, it's, you know, it's more of a gutter shape, isn't it? But I'm like thinking about these, so like thin, you know what I mean, and how it comes out, you know. It's like it dips in concaves and convex water shapes and stuff, and how it focuses light and stuff like. Well, I've been speaking about it on the early ones, but I'll come back to that anyway. Again, here it's like water shooting out and stuff. I mean, they are full of water. That's a wide one. But when we're thinking about leaves and stuff like that, how it flows out and stuff, it's not much different to grass. Most of that's chopped. How it tapers off. So yeah, it's like a lot of that, you know what I mean, like involved in it and stuff. So you see this, it looks like, you know, the flow of it and stuff, like I said, like air kind of does the same thing and stuff, like, but like, yeah, that's kind of probably connected to water itself anyway, you know, considering everything else is. But that's a bit bright, isn't it? You see it there, it's like a waterfall, but it's a peacock. There's another waterfall. All sunlight catching way down. All its colours and stuff like that kind of thing. It's like, you know, when the sun's going into twilight area, you get all them kind of colours, don't you? But this is like, if you throw something in water, how it splashes. You know what I mean? It's got kind of like that kind of pattern. Back of a peacock. But another one, waterfall. Go from a peacock. A bit blurry, but again, you kind of get the idea and stuff like this one with sky and clouds. And it's, you know, waterfall aspect and stuff. So we're gonna look at this. You see how it looks like grass at the bottom. I let it play through, but we're not really watching it all melt through it and stuff like. See, all grass, how detailed it is and stuff like. Let me get to the beginning. Oh yeah, you see all the strands and stuff. For it to, like, find that pattern, you know what I mean, it's the code, like, the code's already in the water, you know what I mean, before it reaches the plants. So, like, yeah, It's like everything's coded. Like the water shares all its information with the rest of the water, and so the code's already there in a sense. Again, I got a bit closer, didn't I? That's where it was paused and we zoomed in. So you can see all grass like that kind of thing. Just a bit closer. So we've got ice flowers, and how that grows, which is like that's the opposite of like growing in a cube because it's outside of a cube and it's not. There's no cube involved. That is the ice like. But yeah, how it looks like fur. Again, we're kind of like talking about hair and stuff like that. So, it's the same kind of design. Also, like water. I mean, how water kind of flows and stuff like. It's water, obviously, but it's where things come from, where the code is, or where that information that it learns from, how it learns to adapt into this environment and stuff. If it can do it in water, it's like it's frozen water. Soft water can't maintain that shape, but when it's frozen, it's got that that opportunity to express itself in the way that it wants to. Maybe dependent on temperature, but dependent on temperature, I'm in the mood for doing different things. If it's cold, I'm not in the mood for doing much apart from getting warm. You know what I mean? So having a body and being warm, the water can do what it wants in a sense. But without a body, it has to rely on becoming ice to actually become any shape and stuff like. That's just ice formations. Oh, like grass or fur. Plant-like. Flower of life like. Curl around like ice cream cones. Or flowers. It's a bit bright, is that one now? Or tubes. It's almost like fungus or something like that in that kind of pattern. It's like thin strands of it. Oh, stuff like this. Like so many feathers or leaves or a backbone with rib cage. So many things which kind of like are so similar. For the most part, it kind of relates to plants. For the most part. You see how the light refracts through it and stuff. again, in reference to like astral aspect of things, you know, the colours and stuff, and we were showing you those birds with the feathers and stuff, or how their colours are so vibrant and stuff. And then like connecting that to stuff like eye migraines, and especially when you got all the symmetrical patterns in snowflakes, you know, so you got these colours and the symmetry. It's like that crystal. It begins with a B. I can't remember how to pronounce it now. By something. And this is bifringement in ice. Bifringement is double refraction. So it stays like this. So, you know, like, you know, you could take a photo and you could just see that or whatever and stuff, but this is what it's actually like. So this is some frozen. And it's like moving it around, so it's like in real time. This is what it looks like. So you got all them colours, which we see on fish, birds, reptiles, etc. Again, these lines, like I say about eye migraines, those patterns that you get, they flow that way and into each other and over each other and all those kind of things. Oh, zigzagging here, so that's just like it in a sense. You get like a coil of it, which kind of curls round and it's kind of like, you know, in that golden ratio pattern. Which, if that's the image of God, you know what I mean, then the idea of those being downloads, it makes a lot more sense. You know, this transmitting of information through water, through like your pineal gland. Because it's not from one eye, you can close out one eye and it's still happening, or you can close both eyes and it'll still happen. Open other eye and, you know what I mean, you can prove it's not one or other eye and stuff like. I think got insect wings, which is exactly the same. The glass butterfly, it's transparent, like I said with fish. You get them transparent fish, and they have all the birefringent effect and stuff like the double refraction. So you see that rainbow colour go through it and stuff. This is clear, but like on Edge, you got all this glow, this like glow from the sun kind of thing, and a wave of the sunlight as well. Which brings back to that, you know, if the sunlight were there on the horizon, then it'd be bending round in that white area. So if it were on, like the sunlight were there, like behind that cloud, and you'd have a line of it, wouldn't you? And that'd like go all the way around it, kind of thing. Which what we see on butterflies, fish, etc. You know, insects and stuff like that. They tend to have a ring of an edge around it, and so like a lot of it could come from ice. You know what I mean? frozen ice having its memory, and especially with insect wings, that really does look like ice has had an influence on it and stuff. Right, it's been 50 minutes, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'll get on with the next one. Nice one, cheers. Thank you.